Tasty TV begins now.
They're back.
Let her dig!
event was won by car number 62, the showstopper, Jamie Massey. Alex Brewer in for second, Eric Eichstadt third, RJ Klein fourth, Jim Revis rounded out your top five with Tyson Pankow, Chris Miller, Travis Martin, and Chad Bird running out our 9-car field here. So we get set to go here for heat race number 2. Phil Lacasse here on the call, along my partner tonight, the Tennessee Tumbler, Mr. Brett Rolls alongside of me. And Brett, welcome to Full Velocity TV, brother. A little bit delayed here getting onto the airways with the live picture, but we're out here racing now, street stock racing action. How are you, brother?
I'm not too bad. I'm glad to be here. We had a pretty stacked, action-packed heat race number 1. This heat race number 2 looking pretty good so far.
Yep, so far so good. The 73 car of Stephen Moore took us on the pole with Kaya Moyer, Jared Gazzardo, David Klein, Mitchell Enos, Charlie Harrell, Chase Wascom, Caleb Ramsey, and Andrew Rickard, the 199, making up our 9-car field. The top 4 will transfer on into the main event. A tremendous car count for these guys at DWR tonight. It is all Stephen Moore's number 74 up front. Kaya Moyer's 11 car. Just as we saw Brett in heat race number 1, we were able to watch. Fortunately, we didn't get it on the screen. There seems to be a little bit of grip down there to the low side of the racetrack here at Charlotte, and we saw through a good battle with Jamie Massey and Alex Brewer in Heat 1. Same deal here in Heat Race number 2. We got Moore leading the show, but Moyer in that 11 car, he keeps peeking to the bottom side of the racetrack. We got 2 really good rooms of racing here right now in Charlotte.
Yes, we do. The top side starting to come in a little bit, but the bottom still holding strong as we got 2 wide towards the back of the pack. But it looks like towards the front we're starting to get a little single-filed out here as the 41 of Jared Gazzardo starting to take a look to the inside of the 11 Kyle Moyer. Going to be interesting to see if he can get that bottom side working here with the top starting to come in.
Absolutely. Top side is starting to kind of come in really nicely up there. Moore 72 car leading there over Moyer. Third, we find that red and white car number 41, old Guzzy Jared Gazzardo in there for third. David Klein and Mitchell Enos. Mitch has had some really good runs recently. He having a good run out there with head start Charlie Harrell's 44 car. That is a really good battle going on from the 5th spot there. Great run by the 097. Great to see Mitch come to life. He has had some really good weeks here recently, Brett, which I believe you've been out on the racetrack with these guys the last couple of Sunday nights. That's a really cool series they got here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been out here the past 2 weeks. Missed the season a little bit there, but yeah, I mean, spectacular racing all the way through the field the past 2 weeks that I've been running here. These guys are a top-notch group of guys, definitely competitive and very hard to pass when you come here. I mean, you've definitely got to be on your A game. Oh, looks like we got a battle to the inside here for the lead there, Phil.
We sure do. We got Moyer versus Moore for the race lead now through turn number 1 and 2. 72 car running there up high in a beautiful form there. You see the 11 car down low. Moyer running the bottom. Gazzardo's 41 car trying to stay there in tow, as well as they came off before their checkered flag went into the air, and it was, of course, your race winner, car number 73, Stephen Moore. Kyle Moyer for 2, Gazzardo in for 3rd, David Klein 4th, Mitchell Enos 5th with head start Charlie Harrell, Caleb Ramsey, Andrew Rickard, and Chase Wascom had some issues there. He ends up 2 laps down 9th. Through heat race number 2, I believe we've got 3, possibly 4 heat races tonight with these guys. So heat race number 3 about to come onto the racetrack. So let's bring you through the lineup there for heat race number 3, as I have completely lost my cursor. Here we go. On the pole is car number 61. That is Josh Peacock with the number 23 of Lon Franks alongside. In row number 2, we find car number 98, David Clymore with the 00 of Michael Whitlock alongside. In row number 3, Joshua Ely in the 009, the 631 car of Alex Cummings alongside. Brett Huff, he'll start next aboard car 24 with Stephen Radunes in the 178 and scheduled 9th, and I hope he's out there. Old buddy of mine, car number 62. Welcome back to Full Velocity TV. Richie Ryan out there tonight. So Richie Ryan in the field. Guy I go back a couple of months here with. Guy I have a lot of common interest with. Richie Ryan, a great guy. Been going through some health issues recently. Really nice to see car number 78 back out there with us tonight. Richie Ryan in the field. So that's a really feel-good story for me to start tonight. But we coming off here. Turn number 4 next time, Brett. We should go under Green Flag Racing. Josh Peacock, Lon Franks. Can you ask for a faster front row than that? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I've never had the chance to run with the 61, but I've had my showdowns with Lon Franks, and he's definitely a fast car. But definitely going to be interesting to see if he can get it working here on the high side as the green flag's out. And the 61 car is going to get to a nice jump as, the 98 car of David Clymer looking to take to the inside. As we're going to be 3 wide for the race lead coming off of turn number 2. Side by side now is the 61 of Josh Peacock going to take over. Phil, this is getting pretty intense up here in the front row.
Yeah, it sure is. Lon Franks and Josh Peacock are racing for the race lead there in the turns number 1 and 2. You see Lon there rolling in for second. That car down to the inside. That's David Clymer's number 98. He's going to look low there, racing alongside Lon Franks. That's going to be a battle for the second spot. Peacock out front, but Franks and David Clymer, they're going at it for the second spot. Make almost a little contact with 3 and 4. Give the spot for the 23 car off the corner.
All right, we're just about halfway in, about 5 laps to go. Here's Lon Franks just up on the back deck lid of the 61 of Peacock going into turns 3 and 4. Peacock going to shuffle it down low, and Frank's going to keep it up on the high side. They're going to be side by side coming out of turn 4. Give it to Peacock at the line as he's going to continue it low down into turn 1 and 2. Frank's, he's looking to throw a little bit of a slider there, but Frank's is going to keep it wound up on the outside, and he's going to try to battle back here on the outside.
Yeah, good race going on there. Franks upside along. Peacock racing for the lead. Ken Lon, he makes that power move up high. Coming to halfway here in heat race number 3 here at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You got Peacock down low. Lon Franks up high. Good track race down the back chute. Clymer there right there in the 3rd spot. Peacock with the low side. He has that preferred lane.
I don't think Clymer's willing to settle for second on this heat race. I think he wants inside second row for the feature, as he's going to be looking to the inside, but nothing prevails, and he's going to fall back into line as we take the 2 to go, or white flag.
Yeah, white flag here on the speedway for car 23 of Lon Franks down the back chute. Now put Clymer there in second. Peacock going to get relegated back to 3rd and 4th off the corner. We're going to find a 0-0. Micah Whitlock off of turn number 4. This time by, going to be checkered flag in the air. Give heat race number 3 to Lon Franks. David Clymer going to finish up 2nd. Peacock 3rd. Michael Whitlock 4th. Alex Cummings 5th with Richie Ryan, Stephen Radunes, Joshua Ely, Brett Huff making up our 9-car field there through heat race number 3. So we are already through 3. I think we have 1 more left to go. Then we get a whole lot of alphabet soup here to play tonight. Heat race number 4 coming out to the racetrack now. We have car number 20. Craig Turberville on the pole with the number 27 car of Daniel Crossett. In runner 2, the 319 is David Brewer with the 010 of Casey Brunson alongside. In run number 3 on the inside, racing Jason Salter aboard car number 10, racing for a championship here tonight alongside of him. Car number 71 is Daniel Stifler. In run number 4, we find Ryan Bronson, the number 79 car of Justin Glenhill, and shotgun on the field. Car number 18, Sideways, AJ Cruz, running out our 9-car field here. So this is a pretty good little group we've got here for heat race number 4. What an awesome car count here tonight. As we settle into a night championship night over here at DWR, Sunday night shootout series. And Jason Salter with a 1-point advantage over the number 1 car of Alex Brewer, who was out there in heat race number 1. So 1 point, I think it was 12 points back to Eric Eichstadt, currently 3rd of the standings. So championship night, Brett. We were here a couple nights ago watching yourself win another championship here at Har. How do you think these guys are feeling? Any anxiety coming in the championship night, especially with only 1 point separating our top 2?
Well, I mean, I definitely don't think there's so much anxiety as more so determination. These
what
guys,
the hell's up with that?
They're on their game every week. Jason Salter, I know he watched the Brewer finish up in the front of his heat race, so I know going through his mind, he's got to do anything and everything he can to get to the front here, as the pace car is going to duck off here on the backstretch, and that's going to put the field in the hands of Greg Turberville, and we're getting ready to go green flag out of 4. And green is out. Turberville's going to get a great jump, and this is going to put him almost 4 wide for 2nd place. Salter going to go bonsai to the bottom. They're going to shuffle around a little bit. Oh, some contact made. Cars flying around.
Oh, big one. somebody off in the grass there off of turn number 2. Brett, did you get a ooh, that was definitely a green and black car that went down there. I think was that Brunson or was that Crossett? Somebody got turned around there in a heat.
I want to say that was Daniel Crossett that got turned around there, as we're still battling heavy up here towards the front, as we got Jason Salter battling just inside the 319 car of David Brewer for second, as Brewer's going to take over the second spot. Salter trying to get something working there on the bottom, as he's going to shuffle back to fourth now behind the 71 of Daniel Stifler. Now, my question to you, Phil, is if Jason Salter doesn't finish in the top 4, is that what's that gonna do to his mental state, do you think, as a broadcast aspect for the alphabet soup for his championship run?
Man, that's gonna put you high anxiety there for number 10. But racing Jason, he knows his way around here. I've seen him win many races. I think he'll sweat it a little bit, but I think he's game to the challenge there, running in the 4th spot, clinging on to that final transfer. But Casey Brunson's got a good piece there. I would assume Casey has to know in the back of his mind too that Jason may be racing for a championship, but that's me from the broadcast standpoint. How about you and the driver's seats? You're out there turning laps. You race for championships routinely. What do you think Jason's feeling right now, being in that last car on the transfer spot, knowing he's in a good car of Casey Brunson behind him, as next time around we're going to be 2 to go?
Definitely a little bit cautious, not trying to give too much up as far as a defensive driver. I mean, you still got to be on the offense to, try to advance further into the position. I mean, you're talking about a couple of different car spots here between staying behind the 71 and passing the 71. So, I mean, he's going to try to get as many positions as he can here. But he definitely has to be weary of the 010 of Casey Brunson looking to the inside, trying to take over that transfer spot. As it looks like Brunson's going to take it down to the inside, but he's still going to have to fall back in line as there's nothing doing on that inside. Looks like we've got the white flag there, so this is going to be a very interesting 4 cars under a blanket for the transfer spot.
That's a good race there, as Tuberville's going to take the lead there off of 3 and 4. Checker flag going to go out to the 20 car off of 4th turn. Going to be David Brewer fighting there. Looks like he'll claim 2nd spot. Stifler in for 3. Salter for 4th. He'll pick up that final transfer. Casey Brunson 5th. Running at our field there, 6 through 9 will be, or 6 through 8 will be Ryan Bronson in for 6th. If iRacing would stop screwing with my game, that would be brilliantly appreciated.
Oh, right. Sure. Blame the service. It's not the operator error.
When I'm clicking through the standings and the standings don't want to show up, that's kind of hard to do. So, all right, well, that's what I can give you there for the top 5 for you. So it's going to click now over into, it looks like we're going to go C-Main racing here for 10 laps around. 5 cars will transfer on into the B-Main. So let's take you through the lineup here for the C-Main. On the pole is going to be car number 21 of Jim Revis, with a 631 of Alex Cummings alongside. In row number 2 of the 91 car is Tyson Pankow, with the number 78 car of Richie Ryan alongside. In row number 3, the number 9 car is Chris Miller, with the 178 of Steven Radunes. Travis Martin aboard, and the number 76 rolls off next. The double 9 of Joshua Ely. Chad Burr, the number 17, and Brett Hoff is the number 24. Your 10 car field, only 5. That's a big number there. 5 will transfer from the C only on to the B, where you're going to have one more chance from there to race your way into the A main. So this one's going to be really interesting to watch there, Brett. This one's going to be pretty exciting, I think. Jim Revis, Alex Cummings, Tyson Pankow. That's a pretty solid top 3 here to start this one.
Oh yeah, definitely a solid pack front row and second row. But my thing is, you also got to keep an eye on my teammate.
Yeah, but it's hard because I'm not coming out my
I am a little bit biased here with Chris Miller. He's my teammate, but I mean he's been holding his own over here the past couple of weeks, so you definitely don't want to throw him to the wind there. But we're getting ready to go green flag racing here as the pace car is going to pull off the backstretch here. Phil, you want to count us down to the green flag?
Yes, sir. Off of turn number 4, green flag going to go in the air for the 21 car of Jim Revis and Alex Cummings as we look for the C main off of turn number 4. Green flag going to go in the air. Jim Revis going to lead the field with Cummings. Look out for big run there. Tyson Pankow starting in 3rd. I think there'll be a player around this one as well as these guys work their way off of the corner.
left. I believe there's going to be 2 to go coming this time by. And still up front, it's going to be Jim Revis and everybody pretty much single file here as Alex Cummings trying to get to the back deck road of Jim Revis with everything that he can do. I don't think he's going to have that much time to reel him in. I think he's going to have to settle for second here.
I think it might be that way as well as white flag goes out to the speedway for the evil one. Jim Revis off of turn number 2. Alex Cummings there for second. Ken running in third. Great. They're taking the 5 cars here. We're acting as 2 B-mains here tonight, so these guys don't have to worry about a B-main. This is actually lead number 1, we're going to call it. So as Jim Revis takes the checkered flag, he's going to get himself into the A-main. Second going to be Alex Cummings. Tyson Cantown for third. Chris Miller for fourth. Brett Huff going to be your top 5 there. So those guys will transfer on into the main event. Guys going to miss out on that include Steven Radunes, Joshua Ely, Richie Ryan, Travis Martin, and Chad Bird. So those guys' nights are going to be done. So we got 5 drivers who advance on the A. We're going to take 5 more out of B main race number 2, which is scheduled to have 11 cars, or 10 cars rather. And here's how these guys will go out to green for this one of 10 laps. On the pole will be the 097 of Mitchell Enos, the 010 of Casey Brunson alongside. In run number 2, the 44 car Hill Head Start Charlie Harrell with the number 6 of Ryan Bronson alongside. In row number 3, we find car number 13 of Caleb Ramsey with the number 79 of Justin Gledhill alongside. In row number 4 on the inside, the 199 is Andrew Rickard with the number 27 of Daniel Crossett alongside. And in our final row, car number 15, Chase Wascom, and the number 18 of Sideways AJ Cruz. So that's some really good guys relegated to the back here of B main number 2. Guys like Crossett will have run good. Old buddy Justin Gledhill on the outside of a top 5. Chase Wascom, AJ Cruz, guys that have turned 1 billion laps of the simulation. Those guys are going to have work to do, Brett. They're going to find their way into a transfer spot. You only can be into the top 5 to race on into our 60-lap main event.
Yeah, I have another group of guys going home here tonight. Is starting out 5th is going to be Caleb Ramsey. He's going to definitely be a car to keep an eye on. He's been fast the past couple of weeks, and for the races that he's been over with us over at Harvard Motorsports, you know, the guy shows
Jack,
a lot of talent.
make sure all our sound on the broadcast is muted.
You definitely got to count him in as a key person to keep your eye on as everything goes through the system of the suit. As we're going to have the white flag come out here, drivers are going to be getting ready to take the green flag next time by. This is put the field in the hand of Mitchell Enos. And looks like a couple of cars missed the grid here, Phil. So we're only going to have about, it looks like 8 cars taking the field. So who's your pick to win, or pick to be the top 5 transfers out of this one?
It's tough to tell as I'm trying to help get some sound issues resolved out there. So our gang out there watching through Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV can listen to us. But I really like Mitchell Enos' look here tonight. That car has been fast. I think Casey Brunson's good. I think Ryan Bronson, I think all these guys, I can't pick a 5 because I like all these guys to be tough to do. So let's see what we can do here over the course of 10 laps. We are green flag racing off of turn number 2. Mitchell Enos and Casey Brunson going to be the front row off the corner. We find Charlie Harrell and Ryan Bronson off of the turn number 4. They're racing their second on back, but it is all got to look at the side-by-side battle for the lead. Mitch up high. Tremendous run there for Casey Brunson's 010 car. Looks like that momentum off a top shelf of the racetrack is going to propel him to the lead, Brett, down the back chute to turn 3.
Yes, it's going to propel him out to the outside in the front row. It looks like we got some cars shifting lanes in the background as the 13 of Caleb Ramsey is going to get sent off into the infield. As we're going to have, it looks like the 6 car is going to pull up alongside of Mitchell Enos coming down the backstretch trying to take over the second spot. As we're going to have 3 wide battling going into turn 3 for the 3rd spot. And it looks like we're going to stay 3 wide as we come out of turn 4. That's Charlie Harrell in the bottom. And it looks like that's going to be Justin Gledhill, and I believe that's Chase Wascom as well. Is the 44 of Charlie Harrell going to fall back just a little bit? And you know, with only a couple of laps left here and being on the transfer side, you know, he's definitely not on the good side of the transfer position right now, Phil.
Yeah, he has good race going on there, but up front it's all Casey Brunson of the 010, Mitchell Enos, Ryan Bronson, Chase Wascom, Justin Gledhill clinging to that final transfer spot. You got Charlie Harrell there running in 6th. with Andrew Rickard. Those guys trying to make it happen, but so far so good. Halfway home here for Casey Brunson. He's got a couple of car lengths now on now Ryan Bronson, who's found his way around Mitchell Enos in a good race for the second spot. Casey Brunson leads with 4 laps remaining. I hear ourselves, Jack.
We have
we're
Casey
very,
Brunson up
faint.
front and Ryan Brunson in second. Is Mitchell Enos still trying to find something there on the bottom out of turn number 4? As nothing prevails, is it's going to give Brunson the high side momentum. And I do believe he's going to be able to clear Mitchell here coming out of turn 2, as Mitchell's got to fall up into line before Wascom gets there and takes over the third spot. As we're going to have 3 laps to go here coming out of turn 4, as they're going to be side by side for third now. Mitchell going backwards, as it looks like Wascom's going to go bonsai to the bottom and try to throw a slider. He's going to keep it tucked up on the bottom side. Now Enos with the high side momentum going to be able to hang on to third.
Yeah, it's a good battle there. Wascom down low, Enos up high off of turn number 4. This time by Twin Sticks going to go in the air. 2 more trips around for our race leader, car number 010 of Casey Brunson. Ryan Bronson there for second. Then that great battle going on for third between Chase Wascom and the 097 of Mitchell Enos there. Justin Gledhill also running in the top 5, looking for a transfer spot as well. Couple car lengths over him and head start Charlie Harrell. That's a good battle going on for the transfer spot. But as we take the white flag into turn number 1 and 2, Casey Brunson looks to drive this one off. Bronson for 2. Wascom is cleared. Enos, he's going to look to the inside of a 6 car now. Look at the 15 driving it deep into 3 and 4. Slide job possibly engaged. Chase Wascom going to make the move up to second, but Casey Brunson going to take down the win in B-Main number 2. Wascom in for second. Bronson going to finish up third. Mitch Enos for fourth. Justin Gledhill going to grab our final transfer over Charlie Harrell. Caleb Ramsey, Andrew Rickard, Daniel Crossett, AJ Cruz going to make up the balance of the field here. So we are through the B-Main. Our feature event is coming up next here live on Full Velocity TV. Let's throw this thing trackside for the playing of our national anthem. I can hear our voices coming out of the so the sound is going right. I think this is turned up on. I don't know what you guys are. What's not working? Okay. Speeder for championship night for the Dirt Warrior Racing Sunday Night Shootout. Let's take you through our 24 car starting lineup. On the pole, we car number 62, the showstopper Jamie Massey with number 73 of Stephen Moore alongside. In row number 2, the 23 is Lon Franks with Greg Turberville. In the number 20, Alex Brewer rolls off next to the number 1 car. He comes in 1 point out of a championship lead. The number 11 car is Kyle Moyer. David Clymer in the 98. David Brewer's 319. Eric Eichstadt coming in 12 points out of the championship hunt. In car number 12 rolls off 9th with Jared Gazzardo. Josh Peacock in the 61. Daniel Stifler's 71 car. RJ Klein, David Klein, Michael Whitlock, Jason Salter. The point leader by 1 coming in, rolling in 16th, 17th starter. The evil one, Jim Revis with Alex Cummings, Tyson Pankow, Chris Miller, Brendan Hunt, Casey Brunson, Chase Wascom, Ryan Bronson, Mitch Enos, and Justin Gledhill. We are green here in Charlotte for 60 laps around off the turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. It's the showstopper, Jamie Massey, meeting Stephen Moore to turn 1 red.
Yes, there is.
Or it's Lon Franks down for a second. Not thinking I heard Brett unplug his microphone after he had work on off turn number 4. Jamie Massey leading Lon Franks. David Clymer going to roll to the 3rd spot. Stephen Moore 4th. David Brewer going to round our top 5. Kyle Moyer now running back in the 6th spot. Massey's up front trying to drive Wayne High. He's already got it up to 1.3 seconds over Lon Franks. The race now is for the 3rd spot between David Clymer and Stephen Moore. Given the 73 car, he's moving his way forward. Stephen now up to 3rd and looking to march. He's got 2 car lengths himself. In the 23 car of Lon Franks, they danced Brett through 3 and 4 if you're back with us.
Yes, I'm back with us. I just realized that I hit the mute switch on my headset. The way that they've got this thing is all wired backwards. As I take a look now at the back of the field, there's some heavy contact going back. As it looks like Jason Salter and Brewer have somehow managed to find themselves here, as they're only about 4 cars separated. With Brewer up front, that should give him the edge of the points championship right now, as they're 3 wide going into turn 1 back there for about the 8th and 9th and 10th. As it's going to be the 1 car Brewer, this 11 car of Kyle Moyer, and the 71 car of Daniel Stifler, as they're still 3 wide. Oh, as they're going to make some serious contact, and they're going to keep it all going. As, it looks like Salter's not done making contact as he gets into the back of Eichstadt, Phil. There's some mayhem going on here in Charlotte tonight.
And they are being and banging, and this is short track racing at its absolute finest right here going on at Dirt Warrior Racing. But you know what, Brett? These guys keep it green, and that's what makes this league stick out for anybody else. They are so good. Even when they make contact, they somehow find it out. They somehow get it sorted out, and they stay green flag racing. That's why I call DWR the absolute best pound-for-pound street stock league there is out there. And if you have any stones to come out and try with street stock at all, you gotta come over and do it here on a Sunday night with Dirt Warrior Racing, because these guys is topping away the best of the bunch out here. Working now lap number 9, next time by lap number 10 is Jamie Massey leads the field over Lon Frank, Stephen Moore, David Clymer there for 4th, and you find David Brewer, the 319. He rounds out our top 5, but look at the lead Jamie Massey got. They call him the showstopper for a reason. And what's up? They even one paint shop rolled that car out for Jamie Massey. That car has come to life, and he's got a 6 car length lead on the field there, Brett, as they hit turn 3.
You know, Jamie Massey is just on rails tonight. You know, he has found something here in the feature that he was struggling to find early on in the heat. As it looks like a caution flag is going to fly here on the speedway field. Do you happen to have eyes on what happened back there?
I am scrambling back here to look. As we say that, I just broke the arm off my glasses, so this is going to be pretty sorry here for a second. It looks like the contact, it looks like Kyle Boyer may have got turned around in the wrong direction. I'll let Jack go back there through the replay. Let him give me a shout when he's got something back to show. But I can tell you Kyle Boyer is involved, and Jack's going to have to tell me the story. If Kyle maybe had some help, or he just went around on his own, those guys are really getting after it back there. That was racing action we saw where Jason Salter, Alex Brewer were back there. Those guys are really beating and banging and leaning on each other. So Kyle Moyer may have got the short end of this one. Looks like guys like Greg Turberville also going to be stuck back there as well. So this one may have taken a couple of good race cars. 26 of them out there on the racetrack now, but the good news for these guys, Brett, we're only 12 laps in. We've got 60 laps we got to run, so there's still time to make it back up through the field. But the problem is the competition here at DWRs is so good week after week. There is heavy names all over the field, and it's going to be tough for guys to come back to the back. As sounds like Jack's going to look back through the replay. I don't think he's got something to show, but I can say, going back to look, Kyle Moyer got spun around there, and Greg Turberville got a small piece of it as well. So those guys are going to go back to the field. As I believe this time go 3 and 4, Brett. I think we're going to be going back to green flag racing. Restart going to bring Jamie Massey and Lon Franks back to the field. There's some really good cars up there. Stephen Moore is 3rd, but look at Jason Salter, the 10th car. He has somehow found himself on 16th now, all the way up to 4th. And that's a great move he needs to make there, running for a championship as that green flag comes back to the speedway. His time historically set. Salter was running deep in the field. Is now already back to yellow flag.
Oh, we got a car upside down, Phil.
Turn number 2, and Brett, you got one upside down over there.
Yes, we do. Jason Salter, to solve that out for you, he came into pit to get some damage repaired on his car, which probably a smart move for the points leader right now. However, maybe you want to take into consideration the track prep. But let's take a look back here at this contact that happened. as I'm trying to scroll back as to what happened. It looked like a bunch of cars got together there, and I'm trying to see who it was that went up and over. It looks like it was the... Man, trying to see car numbers as they're flipping is not easy. It looks like it was the 79 car of Justin Gledhill that was upside down, Phil.
I think it was a 79 car as I get back and take a quick little peek through it, and Jack will have a replay come back to show you here. As Jack chewing on our controls tonight, doing a great job. It's been a struggle tonight down there in the control booth for him as we hit the play button of this thing, but the live screens are going out there. When you hit the feed out to the live feed, it just somehow satellite decided to crash out, had to completely reboot the system, and that's what made us miss the first part of the heat racing action here tonight. And the sound chart went by on us as well. But yeah, Justin Gledhill was definitely upside down in the 79 back there, so it looks like he'll have to get some damage repaired. His night could, more for intensive purposes, in the 79 be done. He's going to be at least 2 laps down, so hopefully for Justin, he'll get that thing worked out. But we got Tuberville back there. Salter had to come with some damage fixed. He's running 23rd. Alex Brewer's number 1 car currently running 9th. Eric Eichstadt's number 12 car running in the 10th spot. So that's how a look where championship contenders are all feeling out. Alex Brewer right now maybe in the proverbial catbird seat, whatever a catbird may be. It's a debate for another day, but it looks like we're coming off a 4 for a green flag. We're going to go back in the air. Jamie Massey going to lead Stephen Moore, Lon Franks, David Kleiber, and David Brewer. They come off turn number 4. There's your top 5.
As we're going to have 4 wide there between Chris Miller, and it looks like they're going to make a little bit of contact. We got cars on the infield. Complete mayhem going on the restart. It looks like Jason Salter, your points leader, going to get wrapped up in some contact as we're going to continue going and stay green. That's definitely going to hurt him as far as track position, trying to catch down Alex Brewer. As we're going to have a whole bunch of cars trying to contest for the lead up here. As it looks like we're going to have side-by-side, 3 wide for the lead, Phil. As it looks like Lon Franks gave up a little bit of ground to Jamie Massey, and he gave him the crossover. As now Lon Franks looking at the crossover as we're still 3 wide for the lead.
That is a hell of a race right there. Lon and Jamie throwing sliders. And look at the 3rd car down low, making it happen. Stephen Moore in the 73 car. You guys go ahead and throw slide chops at each other. I'm going to stay down here where nobody is and just work my own magic, and he's done that up to the run-up spot. But now, caution flag going to come back in the speedway. Yellow now on lap number 21 on the racetrack, and trying to find out back to, looks like this may have got, is that Mitch Eno, somebody 097 that may have got a piece of this action, and I'm not sure. I think that is the 097 car that's rolling away slow back there. So a tough break for a guy who's had a really good night. The 097 goes around, but I can't tell where I'm at. The button's not cooperating. I can't tell if he had help going around or went around on his own, but all I do know is definitely Mitch that was out there for the yellow flag, I believe, for the 4th time, and only working lap number 22. I'm surprised by the amount of yellow, because DWR usually doesn't have this amount.
Yeah, definitely an unusual amount of yellows tonight. The past 2 weeks that I've ran, we were mostly yellow-free. Surprised to see, definitely some tempers are rising, trying to get some final points in for the last race night, but it's definitely early on in the race, only lap 23, I think, working lap 24 now out of 60. Some of these guys, just got to settle down, allow the green flag racing to come, and your positions will come when they can. But definitely going to be an interesting battle here out front between Lon Franks, Jamie Massey, and Stephen Moore. When the caution came out, they were battling 3 wide, so going to be pretty interesting to see if that battle can, continue.
Absolutely. So we get sorted out back here, ready to rock and roll for the latter part of this feature. 23 laps of 60 on the board. The racing has been pretty good so far. What we see, the green flag racing up front's been really good. But the story here tonight, it's championship night for the Dirt Warrior Racing Sunday Night Shootout Series. We come back here for street strikes Wednesday night. There's no points involved on Sunday nights. They definitely keep the points over here. Jason Salter coming in with a 1-point advantage over Alex Brewer, and unfortunately, Jason just had such a tough night aboard the 10 car. Going to restart on this turn start. Looks like about 19th, where we find Alex Brewer up there in the top 10 running in 8th. You got Eric Eichstadt 12 points out. He's currently running 7th off of number 4. We go back to green flag racing. It's Lon Franks and Jamie Massey. They'll go out for the lead over 2.
3 wide for the lead off of turn 2 as we're going to pick up right where we left off here. As it looks like we're going to shift out a little bit here and sort the cars out for the top 3, as now we're going to be single file coming out of 4 that requires the 98 car to get on the binders and stop from stacking everybody up. As now we're going to have 3 wide for 4th. Man, we got 3 wide all throughout the racetrack here, Phil. This is definitely one of the better races that I've seen DWR put on as far as, 3 wide throughout the field. Is now you got, it looks like Jim Revis going to take a look underneath Alex Brewer for the 8th position. As we can still have some cars making contact. Eric Eichstad looking through the inside of the 98 of David Clymer. Phil, how do you see this working out with all these cars trying to get so much position early on? As there's 4 wide at the very end of the field back there.
Well, and I saw earlier we talked about, we were at Stars on Dirt and Eldora a little while ago. That's a racetrack that really seems to get one group, but Charlotte usually seems to be 2. But restarts, it's kind of like we think out in pavement racing. You got to get all you can get on the restart, because once a racetrack sorts out, you never know if there's going to be 2 really good groups of racing out there. So you really got to dig to get it is over here. That's the motto over here at DWR. We let her dig, and these guys go balls out from the start of the race, from green to checker. These guys will go for it. So you gotta get all you can get on the restart, and sometimes you get stuck on the wrong end of, issues happening. And we've got another yellow out to the speedway, and by all intensive first looks at it, I think Daniel Stifler may have got a piece of this with the 11 car of Kyle Moyer also. I believe also may have a piece of the action as well. So we've got some really good names out here. 5 yellow flags in through the first half of this event, but we've seen a lot of cars go around. But there is some really good great cars all over the speedway. I think Jack's going to replay going back to show us, and sounds like Stifler and Moyer getting together, and I think they both end up going around. And
I do believe your points leader was caught up in that too, Jason Salter as well.
Again. Oh, he was. I get back to it. Jason Salter involved once again in a wreck. Yeah, that guy can't buy a break here tonight. Or Jason Salter. I do see the 71 car of Daniel Stifler. He's come to pit road, and looks like the driver is unbuckling. So Stifler's night may be done on the 71 car, which is certainly a tough break. But we keep updating the championship night. The process for Jason Salter coming in the points leader, it's just going to be kind of a frustrating night for him trying to take home a championship. There's nothing you can do at this point. You're just caught in everything around you. I'm sure we've all had nights like that, Brett. I know you have. I know I have. I know Jack down there controlling. He's raced for a long time. I think we've all had nights like this. This finds out in a championship night that you probably get your worst luck of the season. That sucks for sure. But off of number 4, we go back to green flag racing with Lon Franks, Jamie Massey, Stephen Moore, Jared Gazzardo. Now Eric Eichstad has found his way to the top 5 the first time.
Eric Eichstad up into the top 5. He's looking to the inside of the 41 of Jared Gazzardo, as it looks like he's going to slide up a little bit, try to take over with a slide job. He's not going to prevail. He's going to have to tuck it back down, as he's got a whole front bumper there of the 73 car, Stephen Moore. As we got contact going back, it looks like Jim Rivas and David Brewer made some contact, and the caution's going to come out.
And it's tough because DWR as a league that's certainly not like this for sure. And we're caution flag once again. And Charlotte is definitely, showing to be a tricky place to these guys tonight. The evil one, Mr. Jim Revis, getting caught up in this one there aboard car 21. That definitely stinks for him to get caught up. But and watching him come back around it just stinks to see a lot of great drivers get tore up. Looks like did RJ Klein get a piece of this as well? The 14 car, I believe, also. And I also see Chase Wascom rolling slow from the back of the field. So it don't matter where you are tonight there, Brett. Middle, front, back. There's just no way to go. You can't escape any carnage out here tonight, wherever we may be. Jim Revis getting a piece of the action. Looks like RJ Klein may have got the worst end of this deal.
Yeah, definitely think he got the worst end of the deal, although one person that definitely made out on this caution was Jason Salter. He went from the very back of the pack all the way up to 14th on this exchange. That only puts him 6 positions behind Alex Brewer, who is the contender that's challenging him for the championship tonight, Phil. If you're Alex Brewer, do you start taking it more cautious now, or do you think that you would keep it more on the throttle knowing that Jason Salter's coming through the field, or would you, that aspect of him having so much wrecks and the fact that his car has a little bit more damage, do you think you could hold him off if he does make it that late race challenge?
If I'm Alex Brewer, it's all systems. I have to go. I have to go. I can't leave it in the hands of a guy like Jason Salter. We know has all the talent in the world. I can only take care of. I got to keep the fenders on the car from the one car. That you first and foremost have to do. But I'm in no way in shape at all of going conservative, because the problem is being conservative means you may lift, and if you lift at a place like Charlotte and lose some of that momentum, you may get punted from behind, and that's just a whole set of problems you may not want to have. So if I'm Alex Brewer, it's all dig from here. But we go back to green flag racing. Lon Frankfield, Jamie Massey down the back chute here once again. Look down to the inside. Stephen Moore, the 73, he has had a really good night. Those guys go door to door, put out 3 and 4 on back. One car getting a little bit crossed up down through the bottom. I believe that may have been, was that Climbers 98 car that got sorted there on a line. He gets back wide work, but they're still single file through the top 3. It's fourth on back where
back here.
There's a contestant, and there's more contact and carnage, and Brett, we go back under yellow right away, and you were right there sitting where the contact was happening.
Yeah, car came up and it looks like he caught the front end of Alex Brewer, and that's going to send Brewer to the back and put Jason Salter in the front of this points battle for the first time this evening. Now the tables have turned late in the race. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, if Alex Brewer can turn the fire back on and get back to the front here, Phil.
Absolutely right, and I hope he can, because I want to see, I hate to see anybody who's run for a championship get caught up in a wreck. I mean, like some guy I know alongside of me that may have had one go south the other night in a 305 sprint car. So, you know, we know how that can go. You don't want to get up on the wall. Thankfully for you, you had a point gap that you could have set on when you had your issues. But for guys like Eric and Alex and Jason and Eric, there's no room for error. 1-1 to the top few. That's pretty close. You can't have anything slide. Alex Brewer going to have to slide to the back of the field now, so put him restarting in about 16th. Jason Salter, on the other hand, for the first time tonight, may have the advantage of the championship run. He currently runs 11th. You got Eric Eichstein out there. He's an outside looking in, 13 or 14 points back. He currently runs in 4th, so if he can make a run to the win, can Electric Eric maybe even steal this championship? So much left in his side. Less than 20 laps to do so. 41 of 60 on the board. Thanks for watching Full Velocity TV tonight, guys. A big triple header night. We're right in the middle of a big bill. As we've had Todd and our buddy Tim Christensen over at Stars on Dirt running great tonight over there. We started over there with them. We moved over here to Charlotte with the DWR guys. Joined Jack and Brett over here. And then coming up at about 10:15 Eastern time, we're going to go back over to the Grassroots Racing League, Williams Grove Speedway, for some more street stock racing action where a lot of these same guys we see now. So we'll have Todd over there, and we'll be joined by Chris Miller, who is currently out there on the racetrack tonight. Where the heck is Chris out there? He had to have made the feature. He's out there running the 9 car, currently running in the 9th spot. So Chris Miller right now, number 9, running P9. We'll talk to him in a little bit, being part of the team as well. So just part of a big night on Full Velocity TV. Thanks to you guys that have all tuned in out here live tonight, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. All hope all the tech issues we worked out with the bugs here with the V-rig have all come back to life here. We're back all sorted out. So off of turn number 4, we're going to go back to racing on lap number 43. Lon Franks jumps on Toronto. We are back to green flag racing. Lon Franks, the showstopper, are going to go toe-to-toe, but don't count out Electric Eric. He is rolling up high, side by side for third turn number 2.
And third by side O's. I think we have another caution coming out here, Phil. I'm not really sure what exactly is the purpose for that caution. But you do have to wonder, if everything were to play out right now and the race were to end in the exact fashion that they were, what that would do for Electric Eric in the point standings. He did say he came out 12 points behind coming into the race, and he finds himself up in 4th when you have the points leader Jason Salter back in 11th, I believe, and Alex Brewer back in 18th. You know, those points definitely do add up over time. I'm wondering right now if Electric Eric might be able to pull off a 3rd to 1st upset here.
I don't know, we're going to have to wait and see, but Jack's going to go back and show us a replay here to put us under caution, and not exactly sure. And Jack's going to run it back there. I think David Klein's 26 car may have got a piece of this act. Going to put us under caution to go back and take a look. It was a 26 car, I believe, going around, so it just seems like the state of the night here has been yellow, yellow, yellow for the guys over here at DWR. That's certainly not something that's normal for these guys whatsoever. So hopefully we'll get a nice little green flag run here. I see guys like Mitchell Enos and Michael Whitlock. Their nights are going to be done in those cars. So we will soldier on. I wonder what old electric Eric is thinking. Let's ask his electric wife, Mindy, out there. Mindy Eichstad watching on Facebook Live. Mindy, how's the husband feeling out there? We'll give Eric a tug for us, and what we're rooting for him is Eric's one of the good guys over here. We like all these guys. These guys at DWR, they are certainly family to us here at Full Velocity TV. We love coming out here every Sunday night, every Wednesday night, be a part of it. It's such a great atmosphere, an awesome league. Street Stock's my absolute favorite thing to watch race, and these guys do it better than anybody else out there. So appreciate all the gang that's out there watching tonight. Facebook Live, YouTube's great, Twitch TV out there as well. Off of turn number 4, Lon Franks trying to chase down a season-ending checkered flag and to lead the field through 1 and 2, and that was one hell of a restart. He's got 2 car lengths, but here comes J.B. Massey. He got a great run off of turn number 2, and look to the inside. Here comes that 73 of Stephen Moore. I don't know much about Stephen Moore there, Brett, but he has impressed me a lot in that 73 car. Down to the low side, and he's a contender here. Don't count him out for picking up a win here in these last 12 laps.
Yes, Stephen Moore was looking to the inside there at David Massey, but nothing was prevalent to the inside, so he had to fall back into third. Almost fell into the clutches of Eric Eichstad there running fourth. As it looks like the top 4 cars are starting to pull away from the rest of the field a little bit here, as Jim Rivas still trying to hang on there to the back bumper of Eric Eichstad running 5th. As it looks like now Massey going to give Lon Franks a nice shot coming out of turn 2, and looking like he's going to shape up for a nice battle for the lead here, as he's going to follow him into suit into turns 3 and 4, and Lon's going to be able to open it up a little bit and pull away from him coming out of 4.
Yeah, sure is. That outside lane looking really good right now for the 23 cars. We got 10 laps remaining here in Charlotte. You got that J.D. Massey car in for second, a little bit quicker behind, maybe the 73 of Stephen Moore, but right now, there may not be the grip down to the low side of the racetrack. You can see it's really starting to shine up down there. Maybe a little bit slippery down there. A little hard on a slick racetrack, but to get some forward drive. 73 is in a good race car, but is there grip at that low side of the racetrack for him to make it happen here late to go?
Yeah, the low side definitely starting to fall off here towards the end of the race. As we're going to take a look back now at Alex Brewer, who's back in 20th. Trying to catch back up to Jason Salter, who's managed to hold himself inside the top 10, back up in 8th, as we're 3 wide back here in front of Alex Brewer. You know he's got to be trying to find an escape route and try to get to the front. He definitely does not want to be caught up with another caution. As just as I speak, another caution is going to come out as we've got cars barrel rolling down the back end. I think that's Jason Salter barrel rolling, as I definitely think that that might be the end of Jason Salter's championship runs here tonight if that was him caught up in the caution, Phil.
Oh, I don't want to say that for sure, but I don't know. I see the 10 cars still rolling. But I have to go back and get rewind here and God, see what the heck happened here on a Full Velocity TV replay. Jason Salter didn't get a piece of this. Oh my word. Looks like Chris Miller also getting a short into this one in the 9 car. Replay going to go up on our screen now, and I need to kind of go back and look to see what happened here. And maybe Jack can kind of whisper in my ear and tell me what exactly we did see on the replay, so I can do this in real time without a delay. But it just happened mid-pack, and you see one car getting turned, and oh my God, it was just a chain reaction. I don't know what more to say. Salter had a good night going, or a bad night, turned into a good night, now a wrong night. Him and Alex Brewer, they're going to be back there for 18th and 20th. You guys like Eric Eichstad up there running in 4th.
It looks like here, Phil, I just went back and took a look at everything. It looks like Jason Salter kind of got tagged a little bit there by Tuberville, it looks like, and then just kind of left Miller and the 98 nowhere to go, and they just barrel rolled in, you know, at full pace, and it just left Jason Salter sitting there still, and it just destroyed the car.
Man, it sucks. There's no other way to say it. Is we're going to have less than 5 laps to go, getting ready to go back to a restart, and you guys like Salter back there with a destroyed race car. Him and Alex Brewer currently running 18th and 19th. You think they'll be racing for a championship, but it looks like it could be Eric Eichstad who may fall into this one here as he's going to restart 4th. We go back to green. Lon Frank's going to lead the field there over J.B. Massey down the back strip. The race is going to be on for 3rd between Stephen Moore and Eric Eichstad. Moore slams it toward the outside lane shut. They're going to go back single file. There's a good side-by-side race brewing for 5th between Jim Revis and Josh Peacock back there. So we're still getting after him in the closing laps, but golly, as far as championship implications go, I have no idea this one sits. I think Eric Eichstad right now he may be just guiding, coasting his way on if he can keep the 4 tires straight on that thing.
Yeah, I definitely say Eric Eichstadt is in definitely a good position for a points championship upset here tonight as he's running fourth. He's got all systems go. He's been able to keep his nose clean tonight, stay out of the wrecks, and just, happened to find himself being the master of Lady Luck tonight as Brewer and Salter having issues here. As up front, we're going to have Lon Franks taking the two to go with Massey hot on his heels and Moore right behind him. Massey going to get right up underneath the back bumper and give him a shot coming out of turn 2, and he's going to come into turn 3 and try to run the middle line, and that's going to leave the high side up for Massey. Can he get it working? As Lon Franks is going to pull out to about a car length and a half as he takes the white flag. As this is going to be single file, I wonder if Massey's going to be able to find something here to try to upset this victory for Lon Franks. As he's going to look low, he's going to try to pull the slider on Lon Franks. There's going to be some contact made. They're side by side coming out of turn 4, coming down to the line. There's more contact. Give it to Lon Franks at the line.
Wow, what a great job right there by a 23 car. Great job by you, Brent, taking that to the finish. I'm impressed, man. That was a lot of fun. Jamie Massey going to come in there for second in a good drag race. Stephen Moore in for third. Eric Eichstadt will finish up fourth. Jim Revis fifth. Josh Peacock, David Brewer, Greg Turberville, Jared Gazzardo, Alex Cummings will round out your top 10. You find Chase Boscom and David Clymer, Tyson Hancock, Ryan Brotz, and Jason Salter rebounds back to 15th. David Klein, Alex Brewer, Casey Brunson, Brett Hoff, Kyle Moyer, your top 20. So we got a lot of points calculating left to do, but we do know Lon Franks goes to victory lane with Jamie Massey and Stephen Moore here. We'll talk to in the post-race show, but I got to ask the gang at DWR. I'm going to shoot up a message right now. If my math is correct, I believe Eric Eichstadt may, 11 spots. That one's going to be too
My money's on Eichstadt.
I think the smart money is on Eichstadt, but Salter may have just eked this thing out. I'm going to send these guys a message and give you some direction here for a post-race show, because at this point, that is just too close to call. I don't even know where to go with it.
Definitely a solid finish here to cap off the season finale, and definitely the most interesting part is going to be how the points are definitely rolling out. Is like you said, Eichstadt's going to pull out of here in Charlotte 4th and possibly a championship run, with Jason Salter finishing back in 15th and Alex Brewer finishing 17th, Phil.
All right, so we're going to wait for a word from these guys here in Race Control to let me know who's going to be rounding out for the championship, so we can get the correct guy interviewed. But what we do know, we're going to move over to the DWR Discord for our post-race show, talk to our top 3. Our big winner tonight here, Lon Franks, Jamie Massey, and Stephen Moore. Then we'll work out the drama for the championship. Give us about 60 seconds. We'll be over in the DWR Discord here, right back live with Full Velocity TV.
Sound resumed. Sound muted.
Test, 1, 2, we good?
Yep.
All right, back here live in the post-race show, Dirt Warrior Racing tonight here, championship night for the Sunday Shootout Series up the dirt track here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The admin team is going to be hard at work with their controls, tabulating who is going to be the champion here tonight. So I guess we're going to wait and see. So we're going to talk to the top 3 on the post-race show, and let's see, we'll run down here first, and we will talk to car number 73. Stephen Moore going to bring it home 3rd place here tonight. Stephen, tremendous job there, man. You had a really good race car there, but just didn't have grip to the bottom side of the racetrack to make a run on Jamie and, of course, on Lon. But overall, like solid night for you in that 73 car. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I felt like I had a car to win, but like you said, yeah, I just could not get any grip there at the bottom, and was hoping for a little bit more green flag laps. Maybe could have tried to make a good slider move there, but overall it was a real good race. Good job, good win there, Lon, and good race there, Jamie, my teammate. He did a great job, and yeah.
So I got to ask, because we saw earlier on in the night through qualifying through the heat races, racetrack looked to be really raceable for two groups. At what point in the night did that second lane down low to start going away and make this racetrack really a high side dominant place?
It kind of seemed probably a little bit right before midway there. It seemed like it was definitely losing grip down there in 1 and 2, and then slowly in 3 and 4. And you can pretty much run the middle in 3 and 4, but yeah, there was no grip there down at the bottom by mid.
Well, Stevie, you did a hell of a job out here tonight. You get a third place finish here with the guys at DWR. These guys are far and away the best of the best, pound for pound here, street stock racers out there. This had to be a lot of fun to come out here and race with these guys tonight and to get us top three finish on Full Velocity TV. I'm going to toss you the mic one more time. Anybody out there to thank, friends, family, or sponsors, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV, take it away and give these guys all a shout. And tremendous job on a third place finish, brother.
Thanks a lot. First of all, yeah, I'd like to thank you guys at Full Velocity TV. You guys do a great job. Jim, Eric, Jason at DWR, all the guys at DWR. Don't get to run with you guys in the series that often, but it was a lot of fun, and definitely my teammates over at HNL and all my friends and family that support me. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, there you have it. Your third place finisher here in the race, car number 73, Stephen Moore. Had a tremendous run here tonight. We'll let Stephen go down there and celebrate a tremendous run with his team. And we'll run a little bit further down here and find his team. I hear aboard car number 62, we'll find the showstopper, Jamie Massey, in that awesome looking wrap that came out of Jim's paint shop here a couple of weeks ago. Jamie, another great solid run for you, a P2. You and Lon had a really good run there those last 20 laps, but racetrack really seemed the grip really seemed to go away down low, made it really tough to pass. Is that what you found behind the wheel?
Well, I just want to congratulate my teammates on the third place finish. And congratulations, Lon. But next time we race together, I'll throw the right rear into you like you did me. But that's cool. I could have done it on the last lap. That ain't how I race. But overall, I had a good car. I could have won. I had a car that could have won this race. No doubt about it. The cautions was killing me, and I was rolling through 1 and 2 to keep from running over him. But that's how it goes sometimes. We'll see in another race later on.
Absolutely right. And it's something here at DWR. We don't see a lot of races like this when we see a lot of caution flags. Every league has these nights, not indicative of what we normally see with these guys on Sunday and Wednesdays. But it's got to be frustrating behind the wheel, knowing you had such a good race car and you just can't get enough laps on it, even through the setup and whatnot, to even make the run to get around it. That's kind of frustrating the heck.
Yeah, I had a straightaway lead, man. I was just cruising, trying to buy my time, and with the kid a restart. As soon as we go green, I get run over. But it's all good, man. Yeah, like I said, I mean, you're gonna have cautions anywhere you go. It's part of it. And I just knew if I could have got on that last restart, I knew that I had to stay with him. And I mean, I stayed with him through 1 and 2, and I threw it in there on the bottom. But man, I think too much of DWR and all the guys, along with it. I couldn't just run over the man. You know what I mean? I did rub him a little bit, but congratulations on his win, and we'll race again sometime.
Absolutely right. Well, Jamie, tremendous job by you tonight, partner. I'm going to toss you the mic one more time. Let everybody out there on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV know who's out there watching for you. Whoever you'd like to thank, the floor is all yours.
I'd just like to thank my wife and all my family, for allowing me to race on here, and Sanford Towing. That's who I race for in real life, and that's the whole reason I do this is to get better behind the wheel. I want to thank my teammates, Team H&L. I couldn't do this without none of them. Me, Josh Peacock, Stephen Moore, Trace Williams, all these guys, Jamie Brown. We all work together on setups, man, and we got some fast pieces. We're gonna be hard to beat, and H&L is coming.
I gotta say, I agree. H&L's really come to life here recently. Jamie Massey, awesome job, brother. We'll do this again soon. Congratulations, bud. Second place finish.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll let him go back down. That H&L team really started to come to life. We'll come a little bit further down here to Victory Lane. We'll go talk to the man himself, the big winner tonight here. As far as our race winner goes in Victory Lane, car number 23, Lon Franks, finally gets to come back to Victory Lane. There's a guy who has had feast or famine at DWR this season, Lon. Wednesday night, you have had all the bad luck in the world. And Sunday night, you find a lot of good luck. You get to come back here to Victory Lane. Congratulations, brother. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's good to be back. Yeah, it's hit or miss. You know.
So tell us how hard you had to work that race car out there tonight, because the racetrack seemed to really go away about halfway. Had a lot of yellow aiding your run out there, keeping those guys behind you. But how good was that race car? And could you have held off those guys if we had a good 20 to 30 lap run like we're accustomed to seeing?
Yeah, race car was good. I don't know what dude was crying for. I mean, Rubbin's racing. They rubbed me. I got run over on the start by one of them. So whatever, the car was good. I could hold them off. Did what I did.
Hey, all that matters, Lon, you did what you had to do. You keep them behind you. You get the winner paycheck out here tonight. It's always the greatest thing to have as a trophy in the mail going to Victory Lane. Really good to finally get you back out here and talk down the air, because it feels like forever since we've done this in a winner's circle, of course. So I'm going to toss you the mic one more time. You got your fan base out there, of course. We'll say hello to Meadow. I'm sure she's probably out there watching. But anybody else you want to say hello to? Friends, family, and sponsors, Lon. The flow is yours, but take it away.
Hi, everybody, friends and family watching. All the guys here. DWR, you guys are putting it on, everything. It's cool when we're able to race.
Could not agree more. There you go, folks. Car number 23 going to go to Victory Lane. Lon Franks going to take down the win here tonight in our 60-lap feature event. But as I throw him back up there, I'm going to ask my podcast partner, Mr. Rolls, one more time as I bring our top two in the points down into the scenario to give these guys their day in the sun. But Brett, trivia question for you. Who do you think it was that took down the championship for us? Give me a guess.
Just between my overall experience with points battles and position finishes, with Jason having the bad luck that he did and Brewer having the bad luck at the end of the race and Eichstad finishing fourth, I'm going to go with Eichstad.
And you, sir, would be Mr. Salter? Give us the news. Or I think they say it's Salter by a point. Jason Salter, the series champion. Congratulations, dude. You had an up and down night. If we could say anything, tell us, first of all, congratulations on the championship. Tell us about the emotions you were feeling tonight from just there was a wreck, you couldn't miss it.
You talk about up and down. Nice up and down, upside down, sideways, all over, man. I can't believe that happened. I told Eric the other night that it was going to come down to a very close point race. He kind of was down and out about it, saying that they were out, and I was like, no, man, it's anybody's ball game at this point. And I've told him it was close. 1 point between me and Eric, man. That's freaking awesome.
1 point. He finishes up in the top five. I think you got like 15th or 14th or 15th. You had a good run to save it at the end, but just to overcome all you had to come through tonight, to have it come down to that close. I mean, Brewer was only 1 point behind you, and he's up front all night. And what did you know? Last 20 laps, he has it go south on him. I mean, could there have been an even more bizarre night than we had here this evening?
Oh man, it was nuts. I can't, I'm still in disbelief, man. It's just ridiculously crazy. Yeah, when Brewer got in that wreck and got in the back with me, I was like, oh god, okay, there's one car I for sure have to pass, and I'm pretty sure the points are going to be super close between Eric, Jim, me, and Alex. Man, it was, whew.
I'm completely out of breath, and I don't even know where to go with it because I'm as much in disbelief as you are. It's just you would expect you guys racing for championship to be up front and not go through just all the issues you guys had to seem to go through, and a guy like Eric having to overcome what he did to be coming that close. Our respect to him. We love Eric to death. Had a hell of a run, but Jason, you're the series champ. I'm going to give you the mic one more time to thank everybody out there, and I'm going to give you a happy thought on that one. Even we come back with you guys at DWR Wednesday night. It's not for street fights. It's week 13. We're going enduro racing with you guys. I feel like we went through one here tonight, but Wednesday night is going to be about take out the leader. I mean, talk about come out here, relax Wednesday night. Congratulations on the championship, brother. Take it away.
Yeah, those races that are going to be doing Wednesday, man, that's a freaking blast racing. I'm unfortunately going to miss it, but the ones we've raced just playing around, dude, it's anybody's game there. I've seen a couple guys come back from several laps down. I think there's here tell of a story where EJ come back from 100 laps down and still won it. And man, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here and racing with us, man. It's an excellent group of guys to race with, and thank Full Velocity TV for putting on an excellent broadcast as usual. And man, I just can't believe it still.
I can't either. I'm completely worn out. Jason Salter, your series champion, came in tonight with a 1-point lead, comes out with a 1-point win in a race car that looks like it's went through a war. So congratulations to the 10 car. He's our big winner here, raises a championship trophy. But not a great guy. Jason Salter, your series champion there. And Brett Rose, my broadcast partner here tonight. I don't know what more we can say about the event. A lot of yellow flag, a hell of a lot of drama. And somehow, in some way, Salter comes out with a championship, but you got to give it to the run for Eric Eichstadt. He put himself in position all night long, and 1 point. I mean, could you believe it? From 13 back, 1 point. What more can you do?
See, I definitely can believe that, Phil. I mean, I take this back to last year. I was running against Ron Piles for the Street Stock Championship over at Har Motorsports, and we kind of had a similar situation. I got involved in a wreck, and it dropped me back, and I ended up winning the points championship by, I think, about 6 points or so. So I definitely understand where Jason is with the whole I can't believe it. And, basically, congrats to Jason first of all, but, the realization will set in. But, 1 point, like you said, to separate between him and Eichstad after, such an upside down night for Jason and such a great night for Eichstad, to separate it by 1 point, that is just completely mind blowing to me.
That really is. And Alex Brewer had a hell of a run here this whole season, too, to come up a couple of points short to finish up third. So, got to salute him as well. So, that's going to do it for us over here at DWR tonight. But we still have one more race to come. We're going to go over to Grassroots Racing Series in about half hour from now. We'll be live. Todd will be over there with myself. We'll meet our buddy Chris Miller over there as we have all these new announcers coming into the fold, giving these guys a whirl, seeing if they like what we do and see if it all sticks together and see if we can make these guys into something out there. So it's been a lot of fun to have my buddy, my adopted son, Brett Rolls, alongside. Brett, thanks for playing along this evening. It's a lot of fun. Thanks to Jack Jewett for the controls, our graphics guy, Martin Karch, Josh Smith for the great cameras, Jameson Colbert for his help behind the scenes as well. Got to thank Todd, of course, my buddy Todd can't do anything at Full Velocity TV without his vision and love. Going to thank Charles Wood for his help behind the scenes. A lot of great things to come from Full Velocity TV, so stay tuned. If you're not going to watch us here tonight, further on at Grassroots, look out through that Facebook page, Full Velocity TV. You're going to see a lot of news coming up here in the next couple of days. So for Brett, for Jack, for all the gang, and for all these awesome guys at DWR, Jason, Eric, Jim, thank you so much to all you guys out there are watching tonight. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. We'll see you back here in about 30 minutes for more Full Velocity TV. We'll see you in a little bit.